Welcome to the instructional video of hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control of BBP 20202, occupational safety and health. In this video, students will learn to identify the types of hazard in workplace, to make a risk assessment, and to suggest a risk control. In the process of risk management, it involves identify hazard, assess the risks, and risk control. In hazard identification, students need to list activity, product, or service. Second, classify or categorize hazard. Third, identify hazard. For the risk assessment, it involves the likelihood ranking and severity ranking table, which those are according to the OSHA guideline for hirarc 2008. In deciding whether the risk is tolerable, we need to multiply likelihood and severity to gain the risk value. The calculation is based on risk metric table according to the OSHA guidelines for hirarc 2008. For example, the likelihood is 3 multiplied by severity, which is 4, equal to 12 for risk value. In risk control, according to the risk value earned, the action can be taken based on this table. Next, we proceed to the risk management process based on scenario in laboratory. The output of the process is declared in the form. First, the scenario is located in electrical lab. The work activity is wiring process. The hazard identified is electrical shock. The effect towards worker might be scalded or even death. The likelihood can be 2 and severity 5. The risk will be medium. For the risk control, the worker should wear personal protective equipment. This is an example for hazard report form. Second scenario located in electrical lab. The work activity is working in lab. The hazard identified is sharp tools. The effect toward worker is punctured limbs. The likelihood can be 4 and severity is 2. The risk will be medium. For the risk control, worker need to behave their attitude. This is an example for hazard report form. Meanwhile, third scenario located in chemical lab. The work activity is conducting chemical experiment. The hazard identified is flammable chemical. The effect towards worker may be scalded or on fire. The likelihood can be 3 and the severity is 5. The risk will be medium. For the risk control, safety job procedure must be applied. This is an example for hazard report form. The last scenario is in construction lab. The work activity is working in lab. The hazard identified is potholes. The effect towards worker might having minor injury. The likelihood can be 2 and severity is 4. The risk is medium. For the risk control, continuous control should be implemented. This is an example for hazard report form. Now, we're already at the end of the video lesson. Let's recall our objective, which to identify of hazard in workplace, to make risk assessment, to suggest risk control. Well, hopefully students will understand better regarding this topic. Thanks for participating. Thank you.